We were very confident that he could win the Derby.
Without being cocky in any way, we just felt if he got the right run, he'd be able to win.
Hitotsu storms away. Hitotsu wins the Penfolds Victoria Derby.
That's the sort of horse he is, you know, he sort of can do things that a lot of other horses can't.
Got speed and he can stay. He does have that bit of X factor. And
He's even more exciting now leading into the autumn.
I think he is the real deal. Quite an intelligent horse. He relaxes well in his work, but he's quite sort of active mentally. He really is a pleasure to train. Yeah, he did a piece of work just on the sand here at Ballarat, and when the data came through, he'd ran 68k and did it very easily. A lot of horses will be able to do that, but knowing that he could stay, well, that was when rang Ciaron and said, I think, you know, we've got a nice horse here. Any horse that can quicken up like that, but also stay, can have a nice race in him.
So the Derby preparation, we had to go very, very quiet. We had to space his runs. We kicked him off at Donald.
We were pretty hopeful he would win that day. You know, we were confident we could press on to a nice race after that.
Hitotsu now made the run happen. 100 to go. He goes through, claimed the front and draws on to win.
He then went to the Guineas. I knew was a massive step, but you know what he'd showed us, I thought it wasn't beyond him ability-wise. It was probably a little bit beyond him in his development as a racehorse. But I thought his last furlong and his 2 furlongs through the line at Caulfield were sensational. You know, he was all over them.
He showed his class in the Guineas, and I think it's probably as confident as we've been going into a Group 1. I think the doubt on his fitness from everyone else we didn't have at all.
And they're racing.
Going from a mile to 2500 is a big step, and probably a step that I wouldn't do lightly, but that horse had just shown that he was something special.
When it opened up for him in the straight, he clearly was going to quicken up well. Without being cocky in any way, we just felt if he got the right run, he'd be able to win.
Hitotsu goes on by. Hitotsu storms away. Hitotsu wins the Penfolds Victoria Derby.
He's a very exciting horse, and he was very immature all the way through that prep. He's even more exciting now leading into the autumn.
Yeah, he kicks off in the Guineas. It'll be very interesting to see how he goes in that race. We were always keen to go first up into it. His fitness is good, but how he runs in the Guineas will then dictate where he goes.
You know, he's developed a little bit more, both mentally, definitely physically.
I think we can think about Queen Elizabeth's Cox Plates. That's certainly the races that we'd love to win. I think he is the real deal. You know, the figures that he has and shows us at home, as I keep saying, but those stairs that are fast, they tend to be proper horses. So I think he could do whatever we ask of him, and it's very exciting.